Good morning and welcome to Discover Virtual for high school programs. It's the third of our presentations this morning, and we're so happy that you've been able to join us to get information about these great programs. We have really great information as we have for all the other grade levels. So if you are anything like me and you think of a question and you don't want to forget about it, you can type it in at any point. We'll be answering them in the Q&A, and that is the icon that is found at the bottom of your screen. It says Q&A, it has some little speech bubbles. So just type it in there and we'll answer your question once we get to that. There might be some questions we answer during the presentations, and but the majority of them will wait till the end to answer those questions. We will also have a recording of this in the page where you at dallasisd.org/discover, where you registered for this session. We'll have a recording of it there, and so you can review it later on if you need some of that information. Next, we have the last of the three sessions today. It does not end at 11:30 a.m. Do not panic. It does end later. And we'll give it we have an hour, so we'll have plenty of time for your questions. But if you still have questions, if you still need help, you're not quite decided what is the best program for your student, we will have a general session again on January 20th. It's also a Saturday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. And we will send that information to everyone so you can you can sign up for that one. Next. We do have help, and we with a phone bank today. It's live now until 2 p.m. So you can call that number at 972-925-5560. That is a number that you can also call during the week to get help with your application. Or if you have questions about some of the programs and you want clarification, or if if you're not able to add a school, all that stuff, you can call them from 7:30 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or you can call them now until 2 p.m. and they will help you. And you can find the application at www.dallasisd.org/discover. And next. So in a second, Jennifer Murillo will walk us through the application process. So in case you've never done it, you can get an idea of what it looks like. But if you still need help, you can call that number 972-925-5560. I repeat that number in my sleep after these sessions. So hopefully you'll remember it too, or you can send an email to enroll@dallasisd.org, or you can visit one of our centers, our enrollment centers, and we have different locations. So you can check out www.dallasisd.org/one to find the location that is most convenient to you. And now we have if we can give Jennifer access to, excellent, to share, she can walk us through the presentation. The application.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. I do apologize. I'm having technical difficulties with my webcam, but I'm happy to share this information nonetheless. To access the application website, you can start at the dallasisd.org homepage and click the Choose Dallas ISD icon down in the middle. Or you can go to the using the direct link, dallasisd.org/discover. Here on the website, we do have a lot of great information. If you scroll down a little toward the bottom, you can click on these icons and view a short video that gives descriptions on each program type, what makes them unique, and how they could benefit your student if you're still unclear about some of these programs and would like additional information there. You can, because we do have quite a few options available to students within the district, search through the programs using our School Finder tool. You can select the student's incoming grade level, type in your address, and then select the schools or the programs rather that you are interested in. These are categorized by program type. So transformation, you'll be able to see all the different options that the transformation schools offer. If you click on the Career Institutes, you can also see all the different options that we have available there. So you'll just select the ones that are interesting to you or your student, and what type of career path they are looking to enter. So once you select next, selecting the best fit will provide you with the schools that offer as many of the programs as you selected in the previous pages. And you'll see here the match score. So this school offers 2 out of the 2 selection criteria that I selected in the previous page. And it also gives you the distance away from the address that you selected. So this is a great resource for you if you are wanting to narrow down your options, or just wanting to explore the different schools that we have available within the district. Once you have narrowed down your options, to access the web application, you'll click on the Choose Dallas ISD application option, and it will ask you to log in. Now, for current Dallas ISD students, this is the same portal that we are using for regular enrollment. So more than likely, you do have an account here. If you are new to the district or coming back after some time, then you can create an account using the option to the right. A few things to note once you are logged into your account is that on the upper right corner, you can change the language of the dashboard if needed for ease of access for the information. And we also want to make sure that your dashboard is set to the correct school year using this box here. We are still enrolling for the current 23-24 school year, so just make sure it's set to the upcoming 2024-2025 year. For students that are currently in Dallas ISD or students that may have applied to Dallas ISD programs in the past, double check to see if the student is tied to your account down at the bottom. These are my example students for the sake of these presentations, but your student's name will appear here if they are tied to your account. And then you'll see their application tab under their name. If this is your first time applying or if you had to create a new account, then you can select the Let's Begin application tile here. For students currently attending Dallas ISD, it will ask you for the student's ID number, first name, last name as they appear in our system, and their date of birth. This will allow you to tie the student to your account. If this does give you problems, if maybe you don't have the ID number or the first and last name are not being recognized, our number, the enrollment center number, is always going to be down here at the bottom. So you can give us a call for assistance with tying the student to your account. Now, once you have begun the application, it will ask you for general demographic information for both the student and the parent and guardian. On the selected schools page, it will give you information regarding the application process. So you can select up to 5 schools or programs within the application with a limit of 2 magnet schools. The system will provide you with your zone school or anticipated school if the student is currently in Dallas. And this interactive map will also allow you to visualize the different programs that we have within the district and their proximity to your address. So this green icon is going to be the school that is zoned to me based on the address. But as you can see here, we can see what other schools are nearby if distance is of great consideration when you're selecting your programs. Underneath the map is the complete list of available schools for the grade level in which your child is entering. Once you expand the school name, you will be able to see what kind of program they are to kind of help you make your decisions, especially for magnet schools, since you do have that 2 magnet school limit. Once you have made your selections on this website, you'll actually notice that the application will start to expand based on the schools that you have selected. Different information may be required and requested. So you'll see these additional pages pop up that are unique to that specific school or program. On the next page, the rank school selections. The schools will be ranked in alphabetical order. So if you, we definitely encourage everyone to review this order of the schools and rearrange the programs based on your actual preference because the lottery process will take this ranking into account. One of the questions that was asked a lot in the last two sessions was, can students be accepted to more than one school? And they cannot. So students will only receive one offer and it will be based on this ranking preference. So for example, if my student is accepted to Barack Obama, a Male Leadership Academy, and that is my first choice, then all the other applications underneath it will be automatically withdrawn because the system recognized Barack Obama as my top choice. And because I got accepted, no other schools are taken into consideration. However, if my first and say maybe my second choice didn't have the space to accommodate my student and they're waitlisted, then I will have the opportunity to receive an offer from my third or fourth or even fifth choice if you selected a fifth choice. So just make sure these rankings are up to par with your requirements. You can make edits to this selected school and the ranking throughout the application process, so long as the final rank is set by January 31st, which is our application deadline. As you see here, you'll be able to go through the application, upload any information that may be required. If your student has an IEP or a 504 plan, it is recommended that you provide those documents within this application. That way, if there are additional assessments that the student may need to take as part of this application process, that they receive those accommodations during the exam. You will also have the opportunity to upload the required documents for each program. These documents can be obtained by the student's current school, or if the student is a current Dallas ISD student, the Office of Centralized Enrollment can assist you with obtaining and uploading these documents as well. Once the application has been submitted, I'll take you to one that has been submitted already. You will receive a confirmation page that will give you a summary of the application that you submitted. You should also receive a confirmation email. So please be sure that you are checking your email to make sure you got that, because if you didn't, then we will need to look at your account to see if maybe there's a typo in your email, maybe a typo in the phone number that you provided that is preventing you from getting those updates. A lot of times, if there are additional steps after the application for certain schools, like an interview or assessment, that you are receiving those notifications so you know when the student will have to report to the campus. You can also verify your information through the My Account tab, and you can update your phone number or email as needed. Once the application has been submitted, it will look something like this for your high school programs. Again, you can make edits to the rank and the school selections until January 31st. And if you're only changing the rank, you can do so here from the dashboard. My mouse is not cooperating today, so it'll be a lot easier for you than it is for me right now. But you can maneuver these in whichever order you prefer. Or if you want to change the schools you selected entirely, then you'll click the edit button to the right and then toggle back to the school selection page. The application is pretty straightforward, but if you have trouble with any of the steps, then please feel free to give us a call. We are more than happy to assist you throughout this process.
Great. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That is, if you've not done the application before, this is a really helpful walkthrough to have, because it looks complicated. It's fine, but it can get complicated. So we're glad that we are able to do that. Our next presenter is Jorge Flores, who will walk us through the transfer and neighborhood programs. So he can tell you about how to navigate those, which are also part of the application process.
Thank you so much, Mari Carmen. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jorge Flores. I'm Student Transfer Coordinator and part of the Centralized Enrollment Team. I'm going to be presenting over transfers and neighborhood programs. every student who lives within the boundaries of Dallas ISD in grades K to 12 have a guaranteed seat at their zone neighborhood school. But you can also apply for a different neighborhood school, and you would be doing that through this application system by applying for a student transfer. Now, transfer permissions are approved by the available space for the grade level that you're applying. So, for example, if you have an incoming ninth grader applying for a transfer, and there may be 40 seats available for that ninth grade class at that school, and there's only maybe 25 students who applied for the ninth grade to that school, the strong likelihood is you're going to have your student get a seat offer for that school. But let's say you have those 50 seats and you have maybe 100 students who've applied for that ninth grade class. The likelihood is once they fill up those 50 seats, the rest of the students will be put on a wait list. Now you can remain on that wait list, communicate with the school, also wait to see if maybe you can be moved from that wait list and be sent an offer. And that does happen often. Now, once you get on a transfer permission, you only needed to have applied that one time. You have that permission available to you all the way up to the 12th grade. So you do not need to keep reapplying again for another transfer. And then one thing to keep in mind as well is, unlike the other programs in choice schools, students on transfers do not get transportation to that school. So keep that in mind, like Jennifer mentioned, regarding to the distance from where your home is to the school that you're applying to. Now, some of the great neighborhood programs that are available for your students, we have the dual language programs, and you'll hear more about those, but that is a great opportunity for your student to learn how to read, write, think, and listen in more than in two languages, more than one language. And we'll also have the ability to maybe apply for the IB program. We have them available at two of our schools, Woodrow Wilson and Hillcrest. And that gives an opportunity for those in that IB program to receive an internationally recognized certification diploma along with their high school diploma. And this can help your student build a great resume if maybe they're going to another country to study or to go to or to work in their careers. So that is another great program that we have available. And lastly, we do have some innovation programs that are available already in neighborhood schools that might have Montessori school, personalized learning, visual and performing arts. And those are already your schools if you're zoned to them, or you can go ahead and apply. So lastly, the goal of our district is to make sure that we find and help you find the best fit school for your students. And we're confident with all these choices that we can help you find that. Thank you, Mari Carmen.
Thank you, Jorge. And Jorge is so right. We have over 140 programs and schools that offer like a wealth of choices and opportunities to your students. So we are very happy that you're here with us to explore the ones that are offered at the high school level. And next slide. I am so proud that we offer this P-TECH and early college program at Dallas ISD because it really makes a huge difference for a lot of our students. It's a fantastic program, and I'm gonna let Omar Kelly tell you more about it. But really, it's so great, and it's not all districts offer it, and we do. So we're very glad you're here to learn more about it.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. It's so happy to be here. Thank you, Mary Carmen. I'm just here to tell you a little bit about the P-TECH Early College Program. I know you guys have been hearing about it, so let me give you a quick synopsis. First off, let me draw your attention to the brochure, the QR code in the upper right corner. If you want to, because there are many P-TECH and early college programs, if you scan this QR code, it gives you a brochure. And it gives you a rundown of each school and what they have to offer, pathways and degrees obtained. Two things you're going to see. You're going to see early colleges and you're going to see the word P-TECH. Overall view, both of these programs, P-TECH and early college, are inherently the same. It's just a small difference. Early colleges allow you to get the 60 hours of college credit completely free to parents and students, while a P-TECH also gives you 60 hours of college credit. The only difference with a P-TECH is we have industry partners. What are industry partners, Mr. Kelly? Industry partners are companies that are aligned with campuses that give our students internships and job experiences, as well as resume writing, how to write a resume, interview skills. So these are companies that partners with our school. What they do is these companies know that if our students are already in college, taking college classes, then this is a different type of student. This is a student who's more focused. So companies want to hire our students. So you have these companies that want to hire our kids right after they finish high school as well. The program is designed for you to get an associate's degree, Associate of Arts, or Associate of Science while in high school. That doesn't mean that they come to night school. That doesn't mean that they come early. All of this is done within the normal school day. The first 2 years, the student sits on campus and the college professors come to them. The last 2 years, which is their junior, senior year, they go to the college full time. So they're at the college campus taking college classes. All this is done. Well, can my child still play sports? Of course. Can my child still be in the band? Of course. This is all done within a regular school day. So I don't want parents to think, well, I don't want my child at school all day. Your child will not be at school all day. They will get out right when their little brother or little sister gets out, because we're on a normal school day. And so this what these two programs offer. Next slide, please. In a nutshell, what you're getting is your child will be getting a high school diploma. The funny thing is, if they succeed through the program, they will actually get their associate's degree before they actually get their high school diploma, because Dallas College does their graduation early. So you were looking at your student getting up to 60 credit hours completely free of charge. Parents, you're not paying for tuition, you're not paying for books, and you're not paying for transportation. Well, Mr. Kelly, I live on the west side of town. We take care of transportation. No matter where you stay, there is a bus. If they're in a Dallas school, we will take them from wherever your neighborhood Dallas school is, and we will take them to whatever school they want to go to. So, Mr. Kelly, do you mean that I do not have to go to the school that's right next to me? You can go to any school that you choose. You're also getting career opportunities, mentoring opportunities. These are paid internships. I'm going to show you a slide later where it shows how much money, but you're thinking about $15 an hour jobs. And these are paid. These are not just internships where they get the experience. These are paid. And when they become successful in these internships, this is where the company is going to want to pick those students first. Now, let me go back. P-TECH has the internship, has the work component. Early college is strictly just the college component. Some parents may not want my child to work. Some parents may want their children just to focus on the school. And if that's you, early college will be your best bet. If you want your child to have a little more experience, maybe if they decide to want to do the work route, P-TECH will be that. Last slide, please. And last but not least, these are just some of our stats. Like you see, $2.5 million collectively earned for paid internships. We had over 394,000 students taking college classes. And I mean, this is credits earned. So these are things that once these students earn these credits, if they decide to go on, if they decide to stop, they have these hours. So we're giving them a foot in the door. Over 100 industry partners were located all over Dallas. You may be thinking, well, I stay in the suburbs and I'm not in Dallas. Well, if you can get your child to a Dallas high school, there will be a bus to take him to whatever campus he wants to go to. Once again, there's a brochure link in the upper right-hand corner, because I know this is a lot of information and I know you don't want to make a rush judgment. Visit the QR code. Look at the brochure. The brochure tells you about each campus and what each campus has to offer. Your child say, Mom, I want to do something in the health field. There are schools for health. Mom, I want to do something in criminal justice. There is a field for criminal justice. Well, Mom, I don't know what I want to do. Well, we'll just get into the school. So the opportunity is there, parents, and this is completely free. There's no excuse no more where you say, well, I wanted my child to go to college, but I just didn't have the means. This right here is a means. We do not look at test scores. We do not look at STAR scores because we have to take child as it is. My name is Omar Kelly. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. The brochure is there. Centralized enrollment was talked before. They will help you with the online application if you need to be, or you can get in touch with one of us. But thank you for my time, and that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Omar. One question that has come up, apparently the QR code is not working. So yeah, I tried it. It took me to a Google Drive too. So is there another place that people can find the brochure? Is it like in the PTech page? Can that be found there?
It is, and what I'll try to do is while we're going through the meeting, I'm gonna try to let it work, come straight through, and then maybe we can add it there. But it's on Choose Dallas as well.
Okay, great. So yeah, in the Discover page, you can find it there, but thank you so much. And yeah, if you can get me that that link on the chat, I'll share it in the Q&A once we have that. But thank you so much for that great information. And now we have our magnet programs, which also offer a lot of options for our students. And Shatera Walker is going to do that presentation for us.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Shatera Walter, and I'm with the Centralized Enrollment Department. And
I'm so sorry, I changed your last name.
That's
Walter.
okay. You're fine. It's okay. So basically, our magnet programs, we have a lot of offerings. We have single gender schools. We have talented and gifted programs. We also have STEM schools and multiple career schools also, which feature law, health, and leadership, performing arts schools. Now, our application process, we have requirements, and you have to apply through the ChooseDallasISD.org portal, which Jennifer showed you earlier. Now, with this application, you have to have uploaded a copy of your report card, a copy of your STAR scores also, and you also have to complete an on-assessment assignment for this particular campus of magnet schools. You have to upload a copy of your utility bill, a report card again, and then your test scores. You want to make sure all of that is uploaded before your application is complete for your magnet programs. If your son or daughter has an IEP program, 504, you want to make sure that that's uploaded also with your application. If you're living with someone and residing with someone else at that time, you want to make sure that that person writes a letter saying that, hey, me and your children live with them along with their utility bill. That has to be uploaded as well. Next slide, please. Applicants who meet the GPA requirements and are eligible to move forward to the on-site assessment, they will be scheduled through that particular campus website. You have to, again, have a copy of your GPA, which is a copy of your report card. And then for the all single gender schools, multiple career schools, the GPA has to be a 75%. If you're applying to science and engineering and tag high school, your GPA has to be an 80% cumulative. Your test scores requirements for the single gender schools and the arts and multiple careers are within the 40th percent and 70th percent for the science and engineering and tag programs. Now, next step is applicants who meet the GPA's eligibility requirements will move forward to the on-site assessment process. Again, this assessment will be scheduled at the campus that you apply to. You also want to make sure that if you're applying to some of our magnet programs and you have not seen any movement in your application, and you have not heard from the campus and you see eligible on your screen, you want to make sure that you're contacting the campus and getting that assessment scheduled, because you have to have that assessment scheduled in order to move on. Next slide, please. Now, once you've been made eligible and you've already taken your assessment, your seats will be awarded according to the following formula. The 30% of the seats will be awarded by district-wide ranking based on the overall applicant's assessment score. And then the other 70 seats will be awarded for the comprehensive feeder patterns by ranking order for overall applicants based on the criteria score. Magnet sibling rules. That only applies to the middle school and the elementary campuses. So if you have a high schooler applying and they have another high schooler applying to a magnet program, that sibling preferences does not apply. It only applies to the elementary and the magnet programs. Qualified in-district applicants are placed before out of district. So some of you may ask, what if I live out of district? Yes, if you live out of district, you are more than welcome to apply to our programs. However, we will accept all of our in-district students first, meaning if you reside in Dallas ISD, not in Dallas County, but Dallas ISD boundaries, you have to reside in those boundaries in order for you to be considered as in-district. If you are considered as out of district, we will place all of our in-district students first. And then once no more students are left on the wait list for in-district, then we will move to the out-of-district wait list. If you are an employee for the district and you're living out of district, that rule still applies. However, if your son or daughter has an acceptable score, there will be placed at the top of the out-of-district wait list. Next slide, please. Now, these are our offerings for our high schools. We have Booker T. Washington, we have law, we have Skyline, science and engineering, Barack Obama, we have business at Townview, health at Townview, education and social service magnet, talented and gifted, and Armoring Hill. If you need to contact any of us for any of the magnet programs, you can contact Nancy Rubio, Myra Andrade, and Shatera Walter, myself. I know that we have given you a lot of information. If you ever need to contact us for anything, you can contact us here, or you can go to the Dallas ISD website and type in magnets, and all of this information will be provided for you there. And also, you may want to go there also to look up open house dates. We have some of the schools have open houses where you can go tour the school. They also have shadowing programs, which are great programs for your students to go and see, just so you can get a feel of what's a better fit for your son or your daughter. Next slide, please. Again, the applications can be found at www.dallasisd.org/discover. If you're ever in need of any help, please feel free to reach out to us. We are here to help you and assist you in any way with any of the applications. That number can be found again at 972-925-5560. And then you can also come and visit one of our centers where we'll be more than happy to help you in person. The phone bank is open again today. Give us a call and we are more than happy to help you from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you.
All right, so what Shatera said, phone bank is open right now until 2 p.m., 972-925-5560. I do have a question for you. I know Skyline offers a magnet, like an aviation program. Is that part of the magnet program, and are there other schools that offer that?
Yes, Skyline does have the aviation program, which is a part of the magnet programs. I do apologize, but I'm not exactly sure of any other schools that are not magnet schools that offer aviation.
Right, but magnet, that is the only one.
Yes, ma'am, but I can find that out for you.
No, that's fine. They were asking specifically for magnet. And
yes,
aviation.
ma'am. Skyline does offer aviation, yes.
And our next one is the Office of Transformation and Innovation. We have several high schools that are part of this program that also includes transportation. So not sure, is it still Valerie who's going to go over these? Okay, great.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Maria Carmen. So going into our transformation schools, these are designed around innovative models. So our transformation schools offer specialized academic programming that's similar to Magnet. For high school, we do have the programming of technology and project-based learning, as well as urban mining, just to mention a few there. Our transformation schools do not have attendance boundaries. So really any student can apply to attend to these, and there is no academic requirement. So that's the main difference from magnet to transformation schools. Students are selected for enrollment through a randomized lottery, and the seats are awarded based on a 50-50 socioeconomic lottery. Transportation is provided for students who live within district boundaries. If we go on to the next slide, I'll show you a few of our campuses and kind of touch briefly on those. The only campus here that has not gone all the way 12th grade is Dr. Frederick Haynes Global Prep at Paul Quinn College. It does start off with 6th grade, but for next school year, the applications are open for 9th and 12th grade in those high school grades there. And this is one of our IB programs within our transformation school. Another great program is our technology and project-based learning at New Tech High School. Now, this is made for students who are interested in project-based learning, and it focuses on creativity and technology, such as digital media, web design, animation, and even including Adobe technology certifications at New Tech High School. Another option is City Lab. Now, City Lab is located in downtown Dallas. It is our urban planning and architecture and environment science high school. And students have the opportunity to kind of explore that architecture and environmental sustainability and urban planning. And this includes opportunities to learn through the universities of Boston and as well in Arlington. And lastly, our personalized learning. This is a one-size-fits-one approach. So if your student wants to take more ownership in how they learn and what they learn, in Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy is a great option for them. And again, these are our 3 high schools that are from 9th grade all the way through 12th grade. Going into our next slide, I did want to speak briefly on the documents that you will have to upload. The first one's going to be your utility bill, and that can be a light, water, or gas bill, as well as either your lease contract or a mortgage statement. Now, again, with that 50-50 socioeconomic diversity, you are going to have to upload a proof of income if you prefer to do so. When you apply, there's going to be that one question. Do you prefer not to provide it? There is a section where you can select the radio button that says I prefer not to provide proof of income, and that's definitely an option for you. We have included a website here in case you wanted to dive into our transformation schools. Feel free to visit the website there. And if you do need any assistance, please feel free to give us a call once more on to that number. And that phone bank is open until 2 p.m. today as well. You could also visit our your nearest one center. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we're going to talk about another really great program that we have in Dallas ISD that is really helpful for our students. You know, it's something you can also take advantage of if you attend our traditional high schools. And we have
Becky Barker.
yes. I don't know what it's like. Must have had breakfast very early because I'm blanking on names right now. So yes, thank you so much for being here and letting parents know about this great program. So take it away.
Okay, thank you, Mary Carmen. Good morning, I'm Becky Barker, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about Career Institutes. On the map, you can see where we are located. We're sprinkled among different feeder patterns. Now, the students have the opportunity to go to their home high school and are bused in free of charge, bused into us every other day, half a day, either in the morning or the afternoon, because we do want to allow the students the opportunity to continue to do sports, extracurricular activities on their home campus. So you'll notice that we have Career Institute North, and it has W.T. White, Thomas Jefferson, Hillcrest, Conrad, and North Dallas. So any of those schools, you have the opportunity to go to Career Institute North. Now, all of the Career Institutes are 75% hands-on learning, and students have the opportunity to choose their particular pathway that they would like to learn. And we'll get to those on the next slide. The second one is the Price Career Institute South, and that is in green. And it incorporates Roosevelt, Kimball, Sauk, Carter, Wilmer Hutchins, and Seagoville. Also, because the West is coming on right now and not quite ready, those schools, Pinkston, Adamson, Sunset, and Molina, will be housed in the Career Institute South. Then we have Career Institute East, and that is in red. That is located behind Lincoln High School, and it incorporates Bryan Adams, Woodrow Wilson, Madison, Lincoln, Spruce, and Samuel. Next slide, please. These are the different pathways. Now, these pathways are not at every single Career Institute. Earlier, someone mentioned something about aviation. Career Institute North and Career Institute South have the aviation program. While it's not magnet, we still do offer the 4 years of aviation at the North and the South only. But you'll notice here the architecture and construction pathways that students can choose from. We also have the health science areas, so there's quite a few of those, all the way from dental to nursing. The transportation and logistics, so if your student is into automotive, aviation, that might be the way to go. Information technology, cybersecurity, game design, software development. And then we also offer mechatronics for students that are interested. Again, you will need to check with the Career Institute of your choice to make sure which ones are available. Next slide. We have given you a sampling of like a trades program. All of the programs are going to start with some type of a foundations or a principles and continue on through the practicum. Students have the opportunity their junior summer going into their senior year to work. We find them places through our industry partners to work. And then as they go into practicum to be able to continue their work experience. At the bottom, you'll see the certifications. We're huge on industry certifications. Industry certifications mean more money for the students when they're out going out to start their careers. The healthcare career, same thing. The students start with the principles and they get to choose at the end of the freshman year whether they want to go into continue in the health science patient care or whether they want to go into pharmacy. Everything ends in the practicum once again, and so that is paid work experiences, and the certifications are directly below the healthcare. So again, our students we do offer them job opportunities. We are an open enrollment program, which means we do not look at grades. We do not look at test scores. There's no application, nothing that needs to be attached, no interviews. You simply fill out an interest form or do the Discover Dallas form for Career Institutes, and you are accepted. So we're super excited that it's so easy and we're able to help a lot of students that are hands-on learners. Remember, everything is free. We'd like to see you at Career Institutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky. And you know what? A popular question in the Q&A is what like if a student is already, does it have to start in the 9th grade, or can students who are already in 10th and 11th grade take advantage of Career Institutes?
That's a great question. Depending on the number of spots, of course, it's a 4-year program and they don't get all of the benefits if they don't start in the 9th grade year, but they would need to contact their Career Institute that they're interested in going to see if there's any opening spots.
Okay, great. So there is a chance. So yeah, I know, because
there is a chance.
I know, right? Because it's like you hear the presentation and you're like, oh my gosh, this is fabulous. So yeah, so there is a chance if there's a spot to participate. And like Becky said, you might not get all the benefits that you would have if you started in the 9th grade, but don't let that, deter you from participating if you want your child to get some of the benefits. Thank you so much for all this great information. We really have fabulous programs. I mean, throughout all of the grade levels, but in high school, I mean, to really prepare our students to get out there and you know, do college or work or do both. It's we want them to be ready for anything. So these are the programs that will get them there. Next, we have our folks with the secondary dual language who will tell us how that works at the high school level and why it's a great thing that we have these programs, because not all districts have them.
Yes, good morning. My name is Angela Santoyo, and I am with the dual language ESL department. And I'm going to talk a little bit about our secondary dual language programs we have at the high school level. And so these are opportunities for students to continue to speak, write, read, listen, and think in two languages. So we are interested, and our main focus is to continue biliteracy and bilingualism in education. And so we feel this program strengthens thinking and problem-solving skills, and they increase global awareness and cultural diversity. The only requisite that we ask is that your student have prior experience with the dual language programs. Next slide. We offer it at 4 of our high schools currently: Sunset, North Dallas, W.T. White, and Woodrow Wilson, and we're hoping to have more in the future. Next slide. And this is what our path looks like. And so it's simply 1 core content course and 1 Spanish LOT course per year, with the rest of the in Spanish, with the rest of the courses being in English. And of course, that Spanish LOT course is going to be a higher level course because it's there to support the student as they learn in their core content in Spanish. And that is all really that we have for the secondary dual language. Please contact us if you want any more information at bilingualesl@dallasisd.org. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. We appreciate the information. And again, this is not a program you will find in other places. So definitely check it out if you want. I know being bilingual has really helped me out in my career, so I'm sure it helps others out too. So definitely look at this if it's something that you are interested in for your student. Next. So now we have questions, and we do have plenty of questions. So let's get to those right now. And please, if it's one of your programs, feel free to jump in and answer it. One of the we have had 2 very popular questions, and one of them is, if you're moving to Dallas, we've had several who are moving to Dallas in January, can they apply for this? And what do they do about the residence requirement if they're staying at a temporary address? I don't know if Jonica or somebody from our enrollment team can answer that.
Yes, so we do take out-of-district students. However, our Dallas ISD students are served first. And so if you have plans to move to Dallas, you would still go on, of course, and complete an application. You would, at that time, be considered an out-of-district student. Upon your arrival, prior to the lottery, if you move to Dallas prior to January 31st, you would submit your new address so that we could, of course, change your location status. And so if your plans are to move prior to January 31st, once you get your new lease, your information, we ask that you submit it to us so that we can change your status. But other than that, you may apply. However, our students within Dallas ISD do have first priority.
And there was a question specifically about, I think they're going to be, I guess, staying at a hotel for a bit before being able to move to their permanent address. Would that serve as an address?
That would. And of course, then there's still documentation with, of course, whatever the hotel bill is. There's still a residence, and so they would upload that or submit that.
Great. Thank you so much. And then the other super popular question is, I think it's for P-TECH and early college mostly. Can a student apply not to the 9th grade, but can they apply for 10th grade or 11th grade? Like they didn't start it, but like they're hearing fabulous things and now they want to be part of that program. Is that still possible, or do you only take students at the transition grade in 9th grade?
We do take students in between, but we must say that you are not guaranteed the associates, because it starts your 9th grade year. In order to get that associate's degree, there are classes that you have to take. So if a parent understands that I know my child will not get the associates, then we're fine with that. But we like to take them in that 9th grade year, because then we can tell the parent your child will be getting an associate's, versus we accept a child and say they got some hours, but they can apply if the school has available seats.
Okay, great. And another question so they would still need to fill out the application right now, even
Yes,
if it's
ma'am.
for 10th grade. Okay,
Yes,
great.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The sooner the better. And also contact the schools. Each school has a collegiate department. So a lot of times parent will contact a Brian Adams, but you don't know who to contact. You're looking for the collegiate, Brian Adams Collegiate, or Brian Adams P-TECH, Skyline Collegiate, Kimball Collegiate. You just want to be specific when you're reaching out.
Okay, great. Thank you. And while I have you here, where can people find what partners are partnering with each of the programs, in case that is part of their decision making?
The brochure, on the brochure, I don't know if someone says it's fixed. It
is not
Okay.
working. We've shared the link. We're all good.
Okay, well, on the brochure at the very bottom, when you get to that school, it'll show all of the industry partners that are geared towards that school. Someone put it in the chat. I tried to give it most of but there are a lot. Like there are like 7 different partners. I put in like about 5. So, but yes, they're on their brochure.
Okay, great. And there is, if you go into our website, dallasisd.org generally, and you type in P-TECH, it'll take you to a page where there is a wealth of information in there. And there's also some information in our Discover page at www.dallasisd.org/discover. So definitely check those out. I think that's that's all I have for P-TECH right now. And there's a couple of questions for career institutes. For example, can you attend a career institute that is not near where you attend high school? Like you're interested in but you attend Carter High School, but you are interested in the programs at the Career Institute North. How does that work?
They do need to go to the closest because of transportation. So it's the transportation issue, but most of us have quite closely the same ones. I know the East doesn't have aviation, the East doesn't have mechatronics, we don't have dental, those type things, but you would, in order to satisfy the busing requirements from the home high school over there, it would need to be the closest institute to you.
Okay, great. And Omar, I did see another question. I'm so sorry. And for Peter, I was like, I could have sworn. If once you get to the level where you're attending classes at the college, you get transportation to the college?
Yes, parents, you don't have to worry about anything. All you have to do is get your child to the high school. We take care of transportation, food, all of that. Once you get them to the high school, we arrange a bus that takes them there to the college, then the bus, and there's a chaperone on the bus, and there's someone who comes back from the bus to the high school. So yes, you don't have to worry about any of that.
That is fantastic, because as we know, transportation is sometimes the obstacle for students to be able to take advantage of these things.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that's
Yes,
great
ma'am.
to know. Excellent. All right. And just generally speaking, to any of these programs that are asking for some sort of grade or test results or all of that, I guess especially magnet, what happens if you're coming from a private school or from another state that they don't have the same types of tests that we do, or private school that doesn't have really all the tests that we do? What do we take, or what is the alternative? Or do we do testing in our district to get the results we need for the application process?
We do. There are a list of assessments that we accept on our website, which is our magnet website. Going to dallasisd.org, and if you search magnet programs, so there are a list of assessments that we do take. We take a lot of assessments, and so we do take some private school assessments. We just ask the assessments be within the year, and so we take assessments from the beginning of the year 2023 up until January 2024. And so a number of assessments: MAP, STAR, ITBS, Los Gromos. So there are a number of assessments that we accept.
No, great. That is great information. And Becky, another question: Can students who have IEPs or receive special education services, can they participate in some of these Career Institute programs?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. So, and just generally speaking, the special education programs follow the student and not the program. So you could receive your services at any of these schools as well. So you might want to, look into it a little bit to see what is the best program that fits with your child's learning style and preferences. But we do offer those special education services in general. Janik, I know you mentioned something about that in a previous session. I don't know if you want to jump in and clarify in case I gave bad information.
It is your child's IEP that drives the instruction. And so if you are questioning, if you would like more information, whether your student IEP will be able to be supported on a specific campus, I would say contact the special education department or contact the special education teacher at your child's current campus. You can still go ahead and apply, and we just ask that you upload the current IEP, and someone will be in contact with you.
Great. Thank you so much. And I think that's all we have right now, the questions. We've been answering them as well on the Q&A. I think we've gotten to a lot of them. There may be some questions that are like very specific to your students. So those are kind of difficult to answer in an open forum like this. But we do encourage you, we can go to the next slide so they can see the number. We do have help. So if you have very specific questions about a test or about a school, a program, you can either visit our website at dallasisd.org/discover, or you can call our number 972-925-5560. You can reach them during the week, Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5, or you can reach them right now until 2 o'clock so they can help you either walk you through the application process or answer any of those specific questions that you have. If you go to our Discover page, you can also find information about the programs. There are a few very specific questions about Career Institutes, like, how can I go to this? It's like, it might involve a transfer or whatever. They're kind of hard to answer in a general way. So definitely call these folks or contact the Career Institutes department during the week, and they can give you that information and help you make that decision if this is right for your student. Thank you so much. That's all the time we have today, but thank you so much for participating in the seminars. Again, we have another one. If you still have questions, we have another one on Saturday, January 20th, where we will have additional information. We appreciate you joining us now. We'll be sending out information about the one on January 20th. And don't forget that the deadline to apply is January 31st. And if you're applying to these programs, good luck. They're fantastic. We hope you get in. And if you have, again, any questions, go in person to the One Centers or call us at 972-925-5560. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, a great weekend, and thank you to all the panelists.